Welcome into a Wednesday edition of Big Ten Today. I'm Anthony Herron. Always love talking hoops with my guy, Raphael Davis, because even though you're a basketball guy, I'm a football guy. I believe we do both enjoy physicality in the sport. Feels to me like passing this halfway point of the conference schedule, things starting to get a little chippy.
And that's what I love about the Big Ten. When I committed to playing the Big Ten, I was a freshman in high school. Deshaun Thomas, one of my neighbors in Fort Wayne, Indiana, he was already at Ohio State. He said, look, young fella, you come play in this conference, you better be ready to bang. You better be ready to grind. It's physical. It's tough. It's all about defense. We're starting to see it play out now.
Well, that has certainly lived up to everything we anticipate. Fantastic offense, but certainly all kinds of physicality, and that leads us to today's big story. You look at some of the results from last night, just a couple of games in Big Ten men's basketball. USC able to hold down the home court against Indiana, and UCLA with a big victory over Rutgers, a couple of teams trying to solidify NCAA tournament positioning, and that discussion will continue tonight with a triple header on the Big Ten Network. Michigan State at Minnesota, Northwestern at Illinois, and the Iowa Hawkeyes against the Washington Huskies. But let's start with these games from last night. Two of them there, and each of them felt pivotal in their own right. When you look at the way that USC was able to handle Indiana, and especially the fact that Elijah Arenas continues to get more action on the court. And it seems like Eric Musselman has taken an approach, Raphael, that isn't trying to ease this young player into things. He's just kind of thrown him in the deep end, and Elijah Arenas figuring out how to swim.
Yeah, you look at last night, especially with Chad Baker-Mazar going down in that second half with about 19 minutes to go in a close game. Where do you turn? You have to go to Elijah Arenas, and I'm glad the young fella delivered. And look, I know he took 23 shots. I don't care about the 23 shots because he got him 29 points, and he did it in a variety of ways. Elijah Arenas can score the basketball in a phone booth, a walking bucket. He can do it from deep. He can get you in the mid-range. He's really good at probing the defense, just waiting for a mistake, and he is going to light you on fire. But his ability at 6'7", 6'8", to get in the lane and have that ambidextrous to finish at the basket with either hand, he was phenomenal. But what I love about this USC team as well is the development of Cam Woods. You add him in mid-season, how is he going to fit into the lineup? With no Chad Baker-Mazar on the floor, Elijah Arenas figuring it out. Cam Woods was the glue that stuck the team together in that second half. He gave him 18. You get Cam Woods going, you get Elijah Arenas in the flow, Chad Baker-Mazar get healthy. That's a really good big three for this USC team, especially not even putting in Jacob Coffey and Ezra Azar.
We can't expect that every team with a significant injury will respond like we've seen, like the Illini respond per se. So without Chad Baker-Mazar, what exactly might be the concerns for USC at a point in the season where they really do need to continue surging?
The concern is where do you score the basketball? But you saw last night, Elijah Arenas can score that basketball. But the thing that's different about this USC team compared to a few weeks ago when we were talking about USC team, I think that's what gets them through because now it's not about scoring the basketball. To start this season, USC was trying to outscore teams. They had guys that can do it. You think of Rodney Rice, Chad Baker-Mazar, Elijah Arenas. They could get you 90 to 100 points together as a team. But now they don't have those guys. Rodney Rice is hurt. Chad Baker-Mazar has went to the bench with some injuries. Now you got to do it with your toughness like we talked about earlier. You look at USC the last few games, they've been pounding the glass, they've been pounding the paint, and they've been getting to the free throw line. They're no longer just playing through their offense. They're doing it with their toughness. They're doing it with their defense, and now they're starting to reap the benefits of it. You look last night, plus 15 on the glass, 15 second chance points. That's the game. They got to keep winning in those two areas.
A quick thought on Indiana. They split out on the West Coast, and they're one of these teams that does feel like they need to continue solidifying their tournament resume. How do you feel like the West Coast swing went for them?
I mean, you split, so you have success there. You got a big-time win at UCLA. But the thing about Indiana, what we've been saying all season, Lamar Wilkerson needs some help. Lamar Wilkerson got 33 points in a row. He was phenomenal. He was talking trash, trying to get his teammates going, trying to amp up his guys. But no one wanted to go with him. And Nick Dorn had been incredible coming into this game, but he's still a role player. And your role players aren't going to play well on road games. Freshmen and role players, they play better at home. So when I look at Indiana, you need Tucker DeVries. Tucker DeVries has got to be a better player. He only gave him 5 points on the road, 1 for 9 from the field. If your best players aren't going to play their best basketball at this time of the season, you're not going to win close basketball games. So Lamar Wilkerson, he was big time, but he needs those other guys to give him some production. And then those bigs, Sam Alexis, Reed Bailey, I know they gave him 16 points as a unit, but only 2 rebounds for your starting center. That's not going to win you road games in the Big Ten.
And in some ways, the other game that took place last night maybe had a similar concern for one of the squads that came out on the bottom with Rutgers, but for UCLA, they are a team that, yeah, some of the inconsistencies, you ride that wave a little bit with the Bruins, but their offense, it seems like it, and offense hasn't been a problem for them this season, but it seems like it grew that much more with the way that Xavier Booker was able to perform.
I think the road definition is starting to show itself for UCLA on the offensive end. I think Donovan Dent is starting to turn into the Donovan Dent of last season, the Donovan Dent that we expected to see in the Big Ten. We know he can score the basketball at will. He had 13 last night. Did it from deep, did it from the rim, did it in the mid-range, but his 11 assists to get his guys going. That's who he has to be, and he can do it because Xavier Booker was big time, but it was a simple basketball game. It was Donovan Dent off a ball screen. You got Xavier Booker, pop back, popcorn shot, just knock it down. He goes 4 for 4 from 3. He gives them 24 and 5. Maybe not going to do that every night, but he just needs to be confident. He needs to be productive, be on the glass, take open shots. Tyler Bilodeau has been playing like an all Big Ten player all season long. He's continuing that on. Trent Perry gives him a guard that can handle the basketball, that can get into the lane, that can play for himself, but also dish to teammates. You look at those guys as really good system players, and then when you need a basket one-on-one, you go to Eric Daly Jr., he can get you one. So I really like what this UCLA team is forming to on the offensive end. You know what you get with Mick Cronin on the defensive end.
Right.
You look at last night, you give up 40 points in that first half. Coach probably had some selective words to say at halftime because they came out that second half and they shut the water off of Rutgers. So when you put that type of defense with this level of offense, I think we're starting to see the UCLA team that we really thought that we would come into this season, a team that can make a deep run into March.
It was fun hearing Mick Cronin afterwards. He said, I stopped practice the other day and told the guys, get the ball to Book. He's shooting over 40% from 3. And Scott Clark, if he comes back healthy, this is a UCLA squad that could improve that much more on defense. So that's last night's games. Let's get into what we have tonight because it's a hoops triple-letter here on the Big Ten Network. 10th-ranked Michigan State faces Minnesota. Number 5 Illinois hosts Northwestern, and Iowa clashes with Washington. Coverage begins with the tip-off show at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.